Hello and welcome to Goddess Resurrection. My name is Britta and I am your host. Hello, my sweet sister. Hello, my sweet goddess. I hope you are well and I am so happy to see you, feel you, meet you here again on this podcast, on this Goddess Resurrection platform. And from here, welcome. And as we join into the breath, please let yourself connect into yourself. Because when you connect into yourself, you connect into the sisterhood. When you connect into the sisterhood, you connect into the goddess. So go ahead and focus onto your breath. Nice, deep, slow, conscious in and exhales. Be sure to keep your eyes open. Be sure to stay very present to yourself, to your doing, to your life, to your environment. This is not about becoming unconscious or leaving anybody or anything. This is about becoming more present, more conscious, more aware. Fully here, fully grounded in the here and now. And as always, adjust your breath to the doing. Breathe to your comfort. Just make sure you're the one. You're the one in and exhaling, not leaving it up to the body, not leaving yourself on automatic pilot, but you are in your empowerment. You are the one in and exhaling, which is immediately going to open you into your feminine energy. And that is what we want, right? Because when you are in your feminine energy, you are opening to your soul, to your light. You're opening your senses. You're opening your abilities, your gifts, your talents. You're embodying your light, power, health, vitality, prosperity. You are bringing in your mission. You are bringing in your goddess. And it all starts with the breath. It's just so simple. But it's meant to be simple. As soon as it's not simple, it's not real. So go ahead. Let that breath be your steady connection to yourself. As deeply and as slowly as it's comfortable for you in this moment. Letting the breath become your companion, letting your breath be your go-to. As I would like to share about the sister-mother wounding. And, I've been talking so much about the sisterhood in the first episode and also a little bit in the intro that it was really now time for me to address the wounding of the sisters and the mothers that we have all experienced, right? We have all experienced, I know you have experienced pain, betrayal, backstabbing, disappointments from sisters and girlfriends and maybe even mothers. And so all of this wounding, all of this mistrust, all of this old energy of competition, right? It all now needs to be healed. Because when we talk about light embodiment, when we talk about goddess work, it all starts with the healing. It all starts with the healing of the balance, of any imbalance, back into balance within as well as without, externally. And so from here, I would like to take you on a little journey down the timeline of human life. All the way back in time, before the scriptures were written by men and for men. All the way back in the beginning of humankind. There was only goddess. And we see it now as we are digging up proof in all these different archaeological digging sites, no matter where on this planet, no matter which country, no matter how deep, no matter which place. When we go into these early onsets of human life, no matter where we are digging, no matter which archaeological digging site we are in, we are finding confirmation on that there was only goddess. Humans worshipped the goddess, the mother, the giver of life, the nurturer, the provider within this nurturing, life-giving paradigm. So we're looking at caves and we're seeing the cave drawings of the goddess. We're finding statues of the goddess, of the mother, drawings, early scriptures, hieroglyphs. We're finding proof of the goddess. There was only goddess in the beginning. Woman was the nurturer. Woman was the giver of life. Earth, nature, the mother. It was all the goddess. And so then, as humans developed, we developed the ego. And this is when the male energy, which is subject to the ego, the male energy was now beginning to get hijacked by the ego, by wanting to be in power, by wanting to be better than, right? Because that's what the ego does. The ego goes better than or less than. It can never be equal. It can never be unique. It has to be better than or less than. And so this is when men suppressed the women. Men took away the feminine's rights, her voice. They were threatened by her power and used the feminine. So this is when females were slaves and property, were bought, were sold, were abused, had no voice, right? And so this was very much a part of the scriptures, written by men for men, at a time when only men were allowed to read and write, at a time where only men were allowed to make choices, at a time when only men were allowed to be the head of the household. And this carried on for a very, very, very long time. And through this time, it was the conditioning that was now projected into the female, the woman. And the woman now, the female now took it on as her reality. And not only did females take on the reality of being property and less than and voiceless and helpless, females, because of this lack conditioning, because of this suppression, because of this imbalance, females now also learned, of course, due to need of survival, in most cases, to compete with each other. Right? It was this masculine suppression, this imbalance that had women now, out of desperation, compete for the best man, compete for the most security, compete for the highest status, compete for a caretaker. And it was then that females, the women, were taken out of the sisterhood, out of the trust of the sisterhood, out of the support of the sisterhood, into competition, into lack of trust, and trying to get a man's attention, trying to be what the other is not, trying to be better than, smarter than, prettier than, sexier than. And so this is how the masculine energy almost trained women to become. And we still see it today, right? It's women trying to get a man's attention in all sorts of different ways, when that is all masculine energy. As I've said in the first episode, none of this trying to get a man's attention, trying to get a man to like her or to approve of her or to give to her, none of that is of the goddess. Goddess is her worth. And it is the man that is worthy that gets to then be with the goddess, and she then opens herself to him. But he has to prove his worth. He has to prove his devotion to be allowed to worship the sacred land of the goddess. And so the way that women have been wounded by men, this is also how women have been wounded by other women. And it was these women that were operating out of their masculine energy. It was these women that were operating out of their wounding, out of their competition, out of their fear, out of their need, their lack, having to survive, right? It was these women deeply conditioned with this masculine energy that operated from this masculine energy against other women. And so this is why it is very important to really understand and really differentiate, for you to take that separate and see the bigger picture of it all, that the feminine energy in and of itself is light. The feminine energy doesn't compete. She doesn't judge. She doesn't force. She doesn't push. She has no lack. She has no need. She has no desperation. The feminine energy is worth, is light, is your goddess. And so whenever there was betrayal or backstabbing or suffering or pain caused by a woman, that woman was not in her feminine energy. That woman was in her masculine energy, operating out of her wounding, operating out of her trauma, operating out of her fear, operating out of her lack. Never does the feminine energy cause harm. The feminine energy is the healing energy. The feminine energy is the oneness. The feminine energy is the light. And so it's very important from here to really, really, really take this in and understand that you may have also been the abuser. You may have also been the backstabber. You may have also been the one betraying another female, and that you then and there were also operating from your wounding, from your trauma, from your lack, from your limitation, from your fear, right? From your masculine energy. It goes both ways. We have all been on both ends of the spectrum. We have been hurt and we have been the one to hurt. We have been betrayed and we have been the one to betray. And so therefore, even though this is a very vast and very big subject that we will be coming back to many times over, I do want to bring in that healing meditation activation today to start this healing process, because forgiveness is also the feminine energy. And from this place of forgiveness, from this perspective of the feminine energy, we see, you can see that whatever or whoever hurt you, that was not from the feminine energy. That was not from the goddess. That was not from the light. That was from a woman operating from the masculine energy. And I hope you're still breathing. I hope you are in that beautiful, slow, deep in and exhale of yours. And I do want to say one more thing before we get into the meditation. There's a lot of talk out there about the toxic feminine, the dark feminine, the wounded feminine. None of these are the feminine energy. The toxic woman, yes. The dark woman, yes. The wounded woman, yes. Of course. Many women out there are toxic. Many women out there are wounded. Yes, many women out there are dark because they've given themselves to the darkness. But none of them are in the feminine energy. Big difference. Have to separate that. Must. For clarity's sake, none of them are in their feminine energy. The feminine energy cannot be touched by darkness. The feminine energy cannot be toxic. The feminine energy is light. The feminine energy cannot be wounded. The feminine energy is the healing energy. A woman can be wounded, yes. A woman can be toxic, yes. A woman can be dark, yes. But again, that is when this woman or those women are operating from their wounding, from their trauma, from their lack, from their ego, from their masculine energy, not from their feminine. So this is very, very, very important to integrate into your breath. And from here, allowing yourself to step into your breath more deeply, align with your breath more fully. And from here, if you can find yourself a spot where you can sit down and close your eyes, now would be the time to do that. If you want to come back to this recording later to close your eyes, to be able to take a break, do that. You can listen to it while you're going about your doing now and come back to it later. Or if you are able to close your eyes, if you are not driving or operating heavy machinery, then by all means, close your eyes. Good. And from here, following your breath all the way down into your body, feeling your body, loving your body, listening to your body, away from the thoughts, away from the masculine energy, through the breath into the feminine energy, which is the grounding connection. Feel yourself in this physical vessel of yours, in this body of yours. Feel any sensations. And go ahead and imagine, visualize, make believe that you are a beautiful big tree and that you are growing roots through the soles of your feet, and let them be energetic roots, because everything here is energy, right? On this earth plane, in this dream. And as this beautiful tree, go ahead and reach those roots, deepening and widening and deepening and widening deeply, deeply down into Mother Earth, because you as this tree, you know the importance of your root system, because it is your safety, it's your security. You are stabilizing yourself within this incarnation. And then from here, the way that the tree brings up the nutrients from the earth go ahead and on the inhale, bring up the earth vibration. See her, sense her, feel her, visualize her, play make-believe if you have to. As if the roots are straws, keep bringing up the earth vibration. Filling yourself up higher and higher, fuller and fuller, up, 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 all the way, and open through the top of your head, open through your crown chakra, and spill Mother Earth over into your outer bodies, into your auric field. And if you don't know how big your auric field is, go ahead and extend your arms out to your sides. All the way to the tips of your fingers. That's how far out your aura reaches. Those are your outer bodies, your energetic bodies. And go ahead and fill up that space with your light. Beautiful earth vibration. Because, and this is a secret, your light needs earth vibration to embody. Your light literally cannot embody if you are ungrounded. And so when you focus onto your grounding, your light will naturally fill in. Because you are in your feminine energy and you're focusing on your grounding. And the grounding is the balance to your light. Earth is the balance to your light. Your physical is the balance to your spiritual. Always the balance, the healing within. Yes, the masculine and the feminine energies, the healing within. Remember episode number 1? Good. So keep bringing up through the roots the earth vibration. However you see her, however you feel her, however you visualize her is perfectly your experience. Turning yourself into an earth fountain, letting it begin to flow through the use of the conscious, deep, slow in and exhales. You are moving energy. You are moving earth. Bringing her up, spilling her over, bringing her up, spilling her over. And by connecting into Mother Earth, you are opening yourself to the healing, the forgiveness that may have been a long time coming, but inevitable. Because forgiveness is of the light. And it also means that you are seeing the bigger picture. When you can see the bigger picture, it is very easy to forgive. When caught in the ego, it's impossible to forgive. So use that breath. Move Mother Earth vibration through you and spill her over. And as you do, go ahead and begin to feel your heart. Begin to feel your heart chakra, your heart space opening. See your heart space opening. Feel your heart space opening. Beautiful green, vibrant green opening through the front and the back side of your heart space, and allowing yourself to be in alignment with the bigger picture perspective, the feminine, the light perspective that, yes, nothing ever was personal. Whatever has happened, it happened from old energy. Pain caused was from pain. Betrayal caused was from betrayal. Suffering caused was from suffering. Wounding and patterns repeat themselves, as you know. So therefore, it was never personal. It was just a part of the old patterning repeating itself within women. Whether it was a girlfriend, whether it was a sister, whether it was a mother. These were women that weren't healed. These were women that weren't conscious. These were women that were still, and probably still are, in the masculine energy, and that is okay. Because every soul has her timing. Every soul awakens and learns and grows and evolves at different time and in different ways. And the feminine energy doesn't judge. The feminine energy observes. So from this place of observation, open your heart, knowing that nothing was personal, nothing was because of you. Let it go. Let those old misperceptions fall out of your heart space. Let those old perceptions be washed out and away by the earth vibration, so that you can start fresh from a clear space of forgiveness and observation, from deep understanding, seeing and knowing the truth of that nothing was ever personal, and that even though it may have felt personal at the time, the ego makes it so. The feminine energy is the freeing energy. As you are deeply in your breath and deeply in your grounding, with your heart open to receiving yourself and you as the light, you as the feminine energy, go ahead and let your light flow through. Let your light bring in all the peace, all the truth, all the clarity, all the wisdom, all the love, all the forgiveness, all the healing that you need for yourself, for your balancing, for your centering, for your grounding, for your strengthening, so that you may have compassion for the process of yourself and of your sisters, so that you may again join in the safety and the support and the love and the trust of the sisterhood with those sisters that are ready. Yes, we also always must remember that trust is earned, and we do not just give it. We have to make sure that the sisters that we do open ourselves up to are of healing, are of purity, are of readiness to join in the same ways and in the same vibration. Otherwise, we do not judge, we just monitor and set healthy boundaries. Always open for further growth. And so letting yourself be filled by your light, letting yourself be your light, filling into this vessel, into this temple of yours, here to play this human character, here to be of the light, seeing with the light's eyes, knowing with the light's wisdom, embodying into this human temple of yours, grounding yourself deeply through the roots down into Mother Earth. Let those roots be two-way streets. Let yourself flow, you as the light, filling through the physical body, filling through the heart, filling through the outer bodies, filling through the roots, deeply, deeply down into Mother Earth. Breathe. Promoting the flow, promoting the healing, promoting the proper perspective, promoting the truth of your worth, of your empowerment, of your grace, of your beauty, of your wisdom, of your clarity, of your love, of your light. Let yourself flow freely, effortlessly, abundantly, here to shine within your space, here to practice forgiveness, here to be in your breath, here to be fully present and paying attention to who you are sharing yourself with. And of course, first and foremost, sharing with yourself. sharing yourself with yourself, listening to yourself, feeling yourself, practicing, relearning your divine feminine energy, connection, all started and promoted and fortified through the use of your deep, slow, conscious in and exhale. And from here, please do listen to this meditation activation as often as possible. Remember your breath. Be in your breath. Keep your eyes open when you are breathing. Practice the integration. And from here, I honor your presence, and I am grateful for your presence and your light. I shall see you and feel you and know you again on this channel soon. And for now, hugs and kisses, love and light blessings to you and yours. Feel free to open your eyes when you are ready and only when you are ready. Ciao for now.